Oh, just keeps sliding. Hi, Leo. How you doing? I'm just coming on to give an update about my son-in-law. It's been a busy week. I'm going to wait till everybody comes on so I don't have to repeat it a whole bunch of times. Thank you so much for checking my page. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, I appreciate the people who sent donations and to help. It's still going to be a rocky road for a little while. So your donations are definitely appreciated. Thank you. Hey, Nightshade. So I'm on here to do a follow-up about my son-in-law. And I'm going to wait till a couple more people get in the room so I don't have to repeat it. You been okay, Leo? That's good. Yes, and thank you to those who already donated. Thank you. I know I look tired, right? Matter of fact, let me get my cards. Wait 1 second. Kelly, I guess you haven't followed my community page about my son-in-law being in the hospital, who takes care of my grandson, Frankie, who had over 20 blood clots throughout his body, his kidneys, his heart, his lungs, his legs, who's been in intensive care for the past 4 or 5 days. So this is an update for that. But I am also going to do a collective, see the energy for myself and for you, of what's around today. So that's what, this is a follow-up from the post that I put on my community page. So if you didn't see the post, go see it, come back, and then you'll understand why I'm here. I also sent a message to Renata, but she didn't reply. Thanks, Kelly. I sent Renata a message. But she didn't respond at all. Thank you, Linda. He's had 3 surgeries in 4 days. 3 major surgeries in 4 days. So I'm just waiting a little bit longer, see if anybody else comes in. Please hit the like button if you did come in to support this channel. That was Shelly just trying to call. I guess she doesn't know I'm on the live. I guess she didn't get a notification. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. No, it's okay, Kelly. It's okay. You didn't sound cold-hearted. But I am asking for donations if you can, to help me keep up with not only his household but mine between the two of us. Because, you know, Frank's a single dad. My daughter lives in Missouri. And Frank's not getting paid while he's out of work. He has to apply for disability, and he can't until he gets released from the hospital. And like I said, he just had 3 surgeries, so if you send a donation, please write donation for Frank. And now any monies that is sent in will go to Frank directly. So anyway, what happened was my son-in-law was having pains in his legs for weeks and weeks. He also was on blood thinners for his previous heart attack and stroke, because he has a stent. He lost his blood thinners somewhere at his job, and went to the pharmacy to try to get more blood thinners, and they said it's too soon, can't get them for a couple weeks. And he didn't realize to call his doctor. He just thought he'd just wait. And because he waited, he got over 20 blood clots in his body, which then put him in the critical care in the hospital, like the ICU, the critical care, and cardiac care. And it messed with everything. He had to have surgeries to remove the blood clots in his legs twice. He still has a blood clot in his lung. Still has a blood clot in his kidney. Still has a blood clot in his thigh. The stent that they put in the back of his knee is blocked with a blood clot. He has one near his heart. He's been on heparin. I'm hoping they'll dissolve, but so far, no. Yesterday he had a major surgery done to remove a clot that was blocking blood flow to the lower extremities. Now the blood flow is improved, so that's much better, but he still has a lot of things to follow up with. He'll be going home possibly this weekend, but he still has to address half of his kidney not working on the left side. Severe back pain because of the kidney. The blood clots in other extremities. He may not be able to go back to work anytime soon. The doctor told him he can't miss one blood thinner. And that's where we stand right now. Thank you, Leo. So, anyway, after days and days of my grandson being a nervous wreck because he lives with his dad, and again, my daughter's all the way in Missouri, trying to work on herself as well. It's been a very scary and trying time for my grandson. He went back to school today. Matter of fact, I have to pick him up shortly. Sleep has not been our friend lately. Again, if you're just coming in, I'm doing an update from the post that I made in my community section. So please go there and check the community section and come back in, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. But like I said, my son-in-law is still in critical care at this moment. He still has blood clots that can't be removed because his body can't take another surgery anytime soon. So they're doing the best they can to stabilize him. He still is very critical. Him and my grandson are like best friends. I mean, best friends. It's not just like a regular dad and son relationship. When I say best friends, I mean best friends. It's very hard on my grandson. As you know, my grandson has, I think he has ADD. And he's very emotional. But he's a very sweet kid as well. At 13 years old, he's not one of your typical wise mouth, smart mouth, talk back kind of kid. He's just not that kid. He's very polite, well-mannered little boy. You could take him anywhere. He's very well-mannered, well-behaved. Financially, it's been a strain. Emotionally, it's been a strain. Physically, without sleeping, it's been a strain. I had my neighbor move my couch, which is why you see I'm sitting here now. My love seat's still over where I used to sit. But I wanted to sit where I could face, I'll show you, where I could face and look across. So I like it better this way, because then there's nothing behind me and I can see anything coming in front of me. So I'm asking you guys still. If you can't donate, I don't care. But if you could stop and say a prayer for Frank and for Frankie, that would mean the world to me. The world. Prayer is so much more valuable than any kind of monetary value. I always say the other shit will figure itself out. But prayer, God was gracious enough to get Frank through this surgery that the surgeon wasn't sure if he would make, because it was his third surgery in 4 days. And his heart, an injection fraction in his heart is not good. It's low, very low. And having one of his kidneys not functioning, and all the blood clots, being on heparin for days. I just ask for your prayers, to ask God to keep protecting him and healing him and dissolving the blood clots and repairing his kidney that the doctor said can't be repaired, but we know that God could fix anything. We have such a good and gracious God, and I'm so grateful that he got Frank through the surgery, all three of them, but especially yesterday. I think Frank fought so hard because of his son. Again, his son is the world to him. Frank just recently lost his mom and dad, so he didn't really have anybody to be at the hospital with him but me. And when I could, I brought Frankie. And Frank's brother has cerebral palsy. So he has a lot of trouble with walking and stuff, but I did take him too to go see his brother, because he can't drive that far. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly, yep. It does. It affects everybody. Yeah, this doctor that he had was freaking amazing, this vascular surgeon. He called me on the phone. He said, Frank wants me to talk to you. He said, I need to know if it's okay. We need to go in now. We need to do an emergency surgery now. If we wait till tomorrow, his chances of surviving are 0. If we do it now, I can give him a 50% chance. Without hesitation, I said, do it now. Do it now. I never prayed so hard in my whole life. My grandson did too. We both laid on my bed and said prayers. And we both put our hands on the Bible and prayed to God. And thank God he got through the surgery. And now it's the recovery time. He did really well in recovery. So God heard our prayers. Excuse me. God definitely answered our prayers. And hold on, excuse me 1 second. Thank you so much, Blondie. God got him through that surgery with flying colors. Even the surgeon was like, wow, he did great. Problem was, because it was an emergency surgery, Frank had eaten that morning some Cheerios at the hospital. And there was a fear of aspiration, right? Because you can't eat for 12 hours at least before a surgery that's planned. So we had to worry about aspiration. We had to worry about the heart throwing more blood clots during the surgery. We had to worry about his heart rate. We had to worry about his kidney failing. We had to worry about so many things. And God got him through it for a reason. Because God's got a plan for this guy. And he knows how much his son needs him. Thank you so much. So, any prayers for Frank and Frankie that you can send up? I know money is tight right now. Not everybody can help donate, because Frank won't be able to go back to work yet, and he can't apply for disability yet. He has to be out of the hospital. And being a single dad is hard, and he takes care of his brother, too. Him and his brother try to split the bills, but they have a big house because there's a lot of people. Him and his brother's 2 kids, my grandson. Yes, Leo, amen. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Blondie. And then me with my heart condition, getting all upset and stressed out. Not easy. And on top of it all, my ex-boyfriend of 14 years is friends with Frank, and has known my daughter, Frank, and Frankie since Frankie was born. Even before that, he was friends with my son-in-law. They worked together for 17 years. 14 or 17 years, I forget, maybe 17. Because Frank's had that job that he had previously at the school immediately after high school, and stayed there till he was 30-something. So he was there a long time. And had to deal with my ex around, which wasn't easy. And then he kept trying to be friendly, so to speak, wanting to reconnect and whatever. And I almost fell for it. And then I realized, I said to him, I learned my lesson. I can't do it. I can't do it. So that was easy to say goodbye again. Because I know what I don't want. It's hard when you love somebody, but you know you can't be with them. So that was hard too. You can help Elizabeth, just your prayers. Like I said, money has not as big a value as prayers. And I am definitely on here to ask for prayers, more so than donations. I will take all the prayers that your lips can speak. I'll take 10 times the prayers. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Lindsay. I just appreciate all the prayers. So, let me do a collective for today. I could use one myself. I'm shuffling here as we speak. Thank you, Kushbu. Thank you, Kushbu. And you know what? Also, prayers out to the people in Florida because they're getting hit again. Milton is doing a hell of a number on them because of the global warming and bullshit. The water temperatures are so hot and high right now than normal because of what this country has done with global warming, playing with fire, and they're causing so many deaths unnecessarily. It's sad. All right, so I'm going to do a collective. If you don't know what's going on and you just came in, you check my community page, and then you can watch this video again. And again, donations are appreciated, but prayers are definitely warranted. Definitely warranted, okay? All right. So today, first card that comes up is the Three of Cups. Yes, there is definitely a time for celebration here. It's also about people agreeing, finally coming to an agreement and understanding about a certain situation. It's also about teamwork and people coming together and staying strong. It talks about something that's going to occur possibly in the nighttime, more so than during the day. And this could be Florida, this could be Milton, this could be anything going on in your personal life. It could be when you do the most thinking and when you do the most worrying in the evening time. Perhaps when you're finally at rest, when you're not so busy with the everyday hustle and bustle trying to get things done or going to work. But when you get that downtime and your mind starts to think and worry, know that there's going to be some type of an agreement. There's going to be some type of settlement. There's going to be some type of understanding, communication, a balance to the situation. But also know with this retrograde around certain planets right now or certain zodiac signs, know that there's going to be endings to certain things, and there's going to be beginnings to others. You can't get a beginning without having an ending first. And sometimes it's more just about a change. Something's going to change. It's not going to be the way it was. It may be a better way. It may be a way for you to learn the lesson a little bit easier, to understand the circumstance, the situation, the challenge that's in front of you right now. Right now, some of you with the Eight of Wands may feel like everything is a mess right now. Everything is just all happening at the same time. It may be a domino effect. It may feel like it's ricocheting off the walls. It may feel like you send something away and it comes back. The chaos, the drama, is happening around you, but it's not happening to you. So Spirit's trying to say, or God is trying to say, differentiate between the two. Shit that's happening around you, indirectly may be happening to you, but not directly. So in other words, keep yourself balanced. Keep yourself in control. Don't try to control whatever it is that's going on. Don't try to control the people that are involved in it. Try to control where you are and who you are right now. Try to control your thoughts, your actions. And a lot of times I have to tell you that you have so much more power in a situation that's an argument or it's a battle, you have so much more power when you just stay quiet. I know sometimes it's extremely hard to do so, but you have so much more power. And then you have so much more of being able to stay in control and maintain where you are, to keep your stability by not giving the other person the power, by arguing back, by disagreeing. Pick and choose your battles right now, okay? Pick and choose your battles. There'll be people that are going to support you in your decisions and your choices. There'll be somebody who's trying to be bossy or controlling, somebody who feels like they can tell you what to do or what direction to go or what decision to make. You have the choice. You have the choice to take which door it is that you choose to take. Again, looking for direction. Flipping the coin for heads or tails, like do I go, don't I go, do I call, don't I call? You got to make this choice by yourself. But the outcome is going to be a celebration. The outcome is going to be a victory. It's like you're going to be able to nail this thing. So you got to stop allowing yourself to feel like you're trapped in the situation. Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much. Stop allowing yourself to feel like you're trapped in the situation, like there's no way out of it. Because you know what? God's got a plan. And just like with Frank yesterday, the odds were against him. The odds were against him. But God was for him. And he got through that storm. Yes, he has other storms to get through, but he got through this major storm that now will allow him to deal with the other storms. And you can too. It's going to take some meditation and some time out. It's going to take maybe even journaling and trying to write down your thoughts instead of speaking them to somebody. Don't give them your power. Write your thoughts down and then rip it up, burn it, throw it away so nobody can read it. And that will set you free. Then you'll be able to move forward. There is money, monetary value, a gift of some sort, a blessing, a courtesy, an approval. Something is coming towards you. Be patient. Somebody else is also going to want to sit down with you, have a conversation, and talk to you the same way I'm doing right now. Perhaps there's something you need to do more research on. There's something that you need to look into deeper. Perhaps even the situation, you don't have all the facts. Sometimes you got to dig deeper to find out why something is the way it is. Perhaps finding out why you feel the way you do, why something's not working out, why it just can't get off the ground, why it can't be fixed. Just search a little bit deeper, and then you'll see that you're in charge of your situation. Somebody may point something out to you and make something very clear to you. The point is, we want to avoid you having to keep going uphill and struggling with this situation. Trust in yourself. Trust in your higher power, whoever that is. Know that somebody is waiting to come towards you, to speak to you. They're waiting for the right time. It's going to be different for all of you, but somebody's waiting and deciding when should they make this move, when should they do whatever. All right? Again, trust in your higher power for the balance. You're going to get an idea of some sort. It's going to make sense to you. Somebody is going to be with you. You will not be walking alone through whatever the storm is. And then last part is that you will have good luck because you have the Wheel of Fortune coming up. So things are going to change. This is only temporary. Whatever it is you're going through, including myself, whatever it is you're going through, it is temporary. It will change. It may change for what looks to be the worst, but it's not. It's actually sometimes when things have to fall apart in order to come together. Sometimes when things have to be torn all the way down and broken all the way down to be rebuilt back up, more strong, more stable, more secure. All right? So when things look like they're bad, when things look like they're falling apart, when things look like you have no control over them, trust and believe the plan. Trust and believe in your faith, your higher power. It's easy sometimes to go with what you believe. Trusting on your own understanding is one of the biggest mistakes we can make. Assuming something feeling like we know why they did something, we know why somebody said something. No, you don't. It may be the answer that makes the most sense to you, but 9 times out of 10, it's not why somebody did what they did to you. It's not why somebody said what they said to you, or it's not why what happened to you. Trust and believe. Trust the process, okay? Yeah, they've been tough, yep. But you know what? If you look back 2 years ago, there was a situation even tougher for you, and you got through that. You weathered that storm. And that storm and the hardships and the struggles that you went through previously will help you find the strength, the answers, have the tools to get through what you're going through now. And when you get through what you're going through now, there'll be more things coming along the way, because there's always going to be light and dark. That's why there's salt and there's pepper. That's why there's day and there's night. Okay, that's why there's left and there's right. So, opposites do attract. 2 negatives equal a positive. So remember that. 2 negatives equal a positive. Trust the process. It may not make a lot of sense why the shit is the way it is right now. Shake your head all day long and saying it don't make sense, it just don't make sense. But it will. It will. Exactly. It's just like when you get the rain. The rain washes everything out. It cleans everything. It cleanses everything. But it destroys stuff too. But it's okay, because perhaps it was time for somebody to move. Perhaps it was time for somebody to appreciate what they did have. Because maybe somebody was sitting there saying, I don't have much. This is all I got. This ain't a whole lot. Everybody else got more than me. Well, when it's taken away from you, now what you thought wasn't so great, you miss like crazy. So, appreciate the hard times, the good times, the happy times, the sad times. Appreciate all of it, because all of it teaches us to become a better version of ourselves. To find ways to stay faithful to God, to find ways to be grateful for just waking up. My first blessing of the day is always when I open my eyes, and the first words out of my mouth are, thank you, God. You gave me another day. Give me another day to try to fix it, try to understand it, try to get through it. And don't worry about crying, because your tears cleanse your soul. It's okay. God sees all your tears. He knows what you're going through. Don't worry about trying to get back at anybody or give them bad karma. God will take care of what he needs to take care of. Remember, you will always reap what you sow. So if you sow well and you sow good, your harvest will be beautiful. If you sow negativity, if you give negativity, if you wish badness, then I'm just going to pray for you. Even your exes and things like that, don't hate them. Just accept them, who they are, and pray for them. Doesn't mean you weren't good enough. Doesn't mean they weren't good enough. It means you weren't meant for them. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing, because you'll find somebody who you are meant for, where your yokes balance out. Everything will be okay. So I wanted to come on here and give you the update again from my comment in the community section. If you haven't read that, please do so. And then this is a follow-up from that. And then on top of that, I wanted to do a collective for the message today. Never quit. Never give up. Never stop believing. And always find a reason to be grateful. Always. There's millions. There's millions. Thank you, Leo. I'm trying. I haven't been able to come on here before today. Life has been so crazy. I haven't even been to work. When I started going to work yesterday, I didn't even get halfway to work. I got right up Beverly Redcoats, and I got a phone call from my son-in-law's surgeon, the vascular surgeon. And I had to tell him to hold on a minute. I need to pull my car over. I was so afraid what he was going to say. I didn't want to be driving, so I pulled my car over. I was really just on my way to work. I would have been at work in 20 minutes. And said, Frank's got to have emergency surgery now. Right now. Like, oh my God. And since Frank doesn't have a mom and dad around, I wanted to be there for him. Because I'm all he has as a mom. So I wasn't perfect, but I did what I could do. I went and seen him. I was there when he woke up. I made sure his son saw him. I took care of the little cousins that live with Frankie too. So I just thank you all for your prayers. I mean, like I said before, donations are great and they're definitely needed. Frank's not going to get paid for a while, and even when he gets discharged from the hospital and can file for temporary disability, that's going to take weeks to come in. There's 3 little kids in that house. His brother has cerebral palsy. He does work, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he doesn't. But it's difficult, he can't do a lot of things. Their dryer just stopped working. And they're going to need food to be coming into the house. So I appreciate your donations, and those of you who already sent donations, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. But your prayers, listen, I know times are tough for everybody, and I'm not asking you to put yourself in a bad position to donate financially. I'm asking you for a free prayer. A free prayer. That's the biggest thing I'm begging for you on this right now, is a free prayer. Please, ask God. Because his left kidney's bad. He still has blood clots that they can't remove. They got the biggest one out so far. He's going to have a lot of follow-ups to do and outpatient procedures to do. He's going to have to be monitored carefully because he still has several blood clots in his body, but in areas that doctors don't think are right now, unless they move, right now threatening. There's one by his heart, there's one in his lungs, there's one in his kidneys, there's one in his left thigh, and the stent they put behind his knee, his right knee, blocked up and clogged up already within a day with a blood clot that they can't even take out. He can't handle another surgery right now. This surgery yesterday was his 3rd surgery in less than 5 days. It's his 3rd surgery. He said the vascular surgeon said he can't handle another one. He wasn't even sure if he was going to make it through that one. But with God's blessing, he did. So I didn't want to keep writing stuff on the community page, and I don't want to text 100 people because I'm tired. I'm very tired. When I get my grandson and he's settled and he's sleeping, then I just sit up watching him sleep, thinking how hard this little boy's had it. He just lost his grandparents, which is Frank's mom and dad, just died not that long ago. And Frankie's mom's in Missouri and struggling with her own stuff. And Frankie has me to lean on. He loves his Uncle John too. He lives with him. But like I said, his Uncle John has cerebral palsy. He's limited on a lot of things that he can do. But he tries. He goes to work every day. He tries. Frank is a fighter. Frank did really well during the surgery. The surgeon was impressed and so grateful and happy that Frank made it through that surgery. And I went and visited him with Frankie last night. Frank was shivering. His lip was quivering so bad. I asked the nurse, is he okay? She said, yeah, because he had a vascular type of surgery. It throws off the blood. He had blood loss during the surgery because he's on heparin. So they have to make sure he's okay. They gave him warmer blankets and stuff to keep him warm. And I talked to Frank this morning, and he was feeling better. Still having pain in his toe or his foot. He keeps feeling like it's numb still, which kind of alarms me. I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet. So that's why I'm asking all of you for prayers. I'm asking for prayers. Milan, I hope you're not going to be disrespectful in here, because we're on here to pray for my family member who's very sick. That's all we're doing. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Cranky. Oh, hi, Moon. Thank you. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Cushboot. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Sue. Yes, Kelly, you can. Thank you. Thank you, Linda and Lindsay. Thank you so much, Moon. I just worry about my grandson. Some of you texted me and I had to copy and paste because either I'm crying and I can't see to type, or I'm tired. I'm really tired. And I got to get ready to go pick up my grandson in a few minutes from school. And he's behind because he got sick yesterday at school. And he had to come home. And I think he knew his dad was going to have that emergency surgery, because at the time when Frankie went to school, we didn't know that Frank was going to have an emergency surgery. They had talked about doing a surgery later on this week. But it wasn't an emergency at that point. And then when the vascular surgeon called me when I was driving to work yesterday, I had to call out because he said, we have to do it right now. I said, right now? He said, if we don't do it right now, he's not going to make it. And at the same time, Frankie went down to the nurse and said he threw up, he didn't feel good. So I think he kind of knew. Frankie is gifted. He did know. Anyway, let me calm myself down for a minute. Gotta watch my own heart, right? I don't want to have no trouble. I don't want to have any trouble. Yes, Leo. Thank you, Suze. Thank you, Suze. Anyway, there was a collective message in here. If you just came in, I did a collective for all of us. And it was a great collective. It was very inspiring and hopeful. It was also very informative and encouraging. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. I'm going to get myself together to go and pick up my grandson. He missed homework and work that was done in class yesterday, so I told him to make sure he brings it with him so he can come here and I can try to help him get his homework done. They do stuff so different now in school. I hope I can help him. Thank you so much for your prayers. Anyway, I didn't want to type all this out, so I wanted to come on live and give you, and thank you for those of you who did and have and did and will donate. Thank you. Again, Frank, by the time he gets out, he has to get out of the hospital to apply for temporary disability. He doesn't have it through his job. He's going to have to go through the state. He may have to get FMLA through his job, which doesn't pay you. It just means you can be off and not lose your job. His brother does work, but his brother doesn't make enough money to cover the bills at the house. And you know how men's appetites are. So John, Frank, and Little John, 3 guys in that house, eat a lot. So I tried to help them as much as I could. And I used your donations to help. It put gas in my car. It took me back and forth from Frankie's house to the hospital, and back and forth. We did 6 times back and forth. It also helped me to put groceries in their house, and cases of water, and laundry soap, and things like that. Their dryer broke, so it helped me to be able to give them money to be able to dry their clothes at the laundromat. My washer is so small that I couldn't be of help for that at all. It would take me 3 days to get 5 loads of laundry done. And this little piece of junk I got, I so need to get a new washer and dryer. On top of that, my electric company said I have to replace the heater and the air conditioner because they're both from 2002. The air conditioning stopped working completely and it gets hot as hell. Yesterday it was 78 in here. I literally couldn't breathe. I couldn't sleep last night. It was so hot, even though I got a stand-up fan. It was so hot. And I have no idea. I didn't qualify to get the no interest payments for to replace it. I didn't qualify because of 2 debts that I have. I didn't qualify for it until I get rid of those 2 debts, which probably total, I think, $3,000 total. Until I get rid of them debts, I can't do anything. I can't qualify to get my air and heater fixed. And I don't need the air, I guess, so much because summer's over, but we're going into winter. October. I only got November and December that I'm going to have this heater replaced. Or my pipes will freeze and everything else will go bad from there. So I don't know what to do, but just put prayer on that too. Somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. No, I don't know how to create the GoFundMe. I don't know how to create it. And I don't want it to go into my bank account because it'll look like income for me, and I don't want that. So, hi Skip, how you doing? Shelly, 9 times out of 10, that's the last storm didn't touch you, right? So hopefully this one won't either. It's going the same path that the other one did. I'm sure you'll get rain and maybe wind, but I don't think you'll get tropical or Milton itself. I'm praying you don't, but you never know. These things can turn whichever way. You were fortunate last time, and hopefully you'll be fortunate this time. And I know your mom's traveling, but I don't know how she's going to travel there. Did she get there yet? Because if it's supposed to come in tomorrow or tomorrow night, did they cancel the flights? Shelly? Thank you, Suze. I'm going to try. You got to read the community section, Skipper Joe. It's too much for me to go back over. Unzel. Thank you, Linda. I figured it would be canceled. It'd be foolish to fly in this weather. It'd be foolish right now. Nobody wants to be in the air with this weather. You might not make it. Yep. And then watch the beginning of this video, Skip, and it'll make sense. Anyway, guys, I got to get ready for Frankie. Thank you, Linda. Shelly, keeping you in my prayers, too. Shelly, did you move a lot of stuff inside last time with Helena? Because I thought you even left your wind chimes up, didn't you? And this one's not supposed to be as bad as Helena was. Thank you, Scorpio Sun. Right, Shell? You didn't bring much inside last time. You just turned your chairs over, you said. Did you get a different weather report? I was watching. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you turned the, you just turned some chairs or bench or something upside down, you said. Oh, Alexis, thank you. Okay, that's right. I was thinking for a minute. I was trying to think. So you can see the post in my community section, and you can watch the beginning of this video to get the answers of what's going on. Yeah, well, they said that with the global warming, that the waters are hotter, like hotter than they've ever been, because they keep messing with the global warming stuff. I guess this one's going to try to finish up what the other one didn't do. God help those people in North Carolina, in Tennessee, in Florida. God help everybody. Well, at least you have tons and tons of water. And if you have any empty jugs of water, fill them up, because you can flush your toilet by pouring a bottle of two or 3 gallons of water in the back of the toilet when you need to flush. You guys in Florida really got to get some generators. Even a solar generator would be good. Thank you, Alexis. I'm glad you're pretty far away from the waters and stuff, Shelley. I'm glad. But I think that you're not far away from the winds and the rain. So praying for you for sure. I know where my dad's house started to be built at in Clearwater. That whole area is done. And I still have family members over that way. I don't even know how they're doing. So anyway, I'm going to go. Keeping you in our prayers, Shelley. That's good, because it's 165 miles where they're at, where the storm's actually at right now, and the big part of it's not even here yet. Yeah, use the tub, your washer, as an ice chest, and it will drain out. Yeah. Yeah, they better evacuate before Wednesday, because Wednesday's when it's going to hit. Everybody better get your important medications, Shelley, and anybody listening, and put them in a baggie. And any important documents, put them in a baggie, put them in something that's waterproof, and have them all together. But make sure you have your medications. Put your medications somewhere that you can just grab them and hold on to them with your dogs. Make sure all your dogs' leashes and harnesses are right there, so you can have them all together in case anything happens. All right, you guys, send in prayers. Amen, Elizabeth. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Yeah, get busy, Shelley. Can't procrastinate now. Not now. Better safe than sorry, because everything's unpredictable. Sending prayers to you and everybody in Florida, Tennessee, gosh, North Carolinas. Stay safe. Thank you so much. All right, guys. And again, thank you for any donations. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your prayers. I appreciate them so much, so much. So don't feel like if you can't give that I'm mad or upset. I am grateful if you just pray. I'm begging for prayers, because he ain't through this storm yet. He's still in critical care. All right? He's still in critical care. Yeah, keep going, Shelley. All right. Talk to you guys soon.